Hey, welcome back. Wasn't really planning on recording another Enderal. Unfortunately, I still have another one to upload before this. But I wasn't planning on doing this one as the night that I am on. But I wanted to play a little bit for myself. But there's a lot of important information that I'm leaving off camera. So I met with some guys here. I honestly forget what they're really called, but they were helping me. I have some sort of fever, and they gave me something. Well, he was making up something, and also I saw this, like, premonition or something. There was an explosion. Didn't quite know what happened, because I was so dizzy, but after all that, we talked, and then he gave me some sort of potion, helped me better, and then all of a sudden, someone attacked us, and then there was the explosion. Now, we don't know what happened yet. That's where I stopped it, thank God. So now we're going to find out what happened. Oh, wow. So, where am I, and who are you? Where am I, and who the hell are you? Famous words from Clara Oswald on Doctor Who.
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short.
Okay.
And you, my friend, are in my very own campsite. And before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary.
Apothecary. Okay.
The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into a thicket. Luckily enough, most of your injuries are only superficial, and I've already taken care of them. Your fever, though, is an entirely different story.
Yes. So, how do you know all this? Were you there when they attacked?
Suffice it to say, I was on the perimeter. And no, I didn't help for two reasons. One, I was outnumbered like crazy, and two, I'm in a happy relationship with my entrails. I wish I had a more heroic answer for you, but I don't. Sorry.
So, about my fever, what do you know about it?
Yep, quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from first-degree Arcanist's fever. I'm quite surprised that the old apothecarius didn't see that, to be honest. You're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? And you're feeling unusually strong and dizzy at the same time? While drinking herbal potions leaves kind of a bitter feeling in your head?
It does, yes. Then this Arcanist fever is responsible for these things I can suddenly do for magic.
Yep. Your magical talent has broken free inside you. I don't have any myself, but I've worked together with enough Arcanists to know the signs. Simply put, what's happening is that your body can't cope with the magic. This isn't much of a problem at first, but if you don't do anything about it within the next couple of months, you'll find yourself running through the heartland naked, throwing fireballs at everything that moves. You'll lose your mind, to speak plain and all.
So, but can it be treated, right?
Yes, of course. Though someone who's magically gifted will always react differently to certain situations than someone who isn't. As I said, some herbs will always worsen your fever, as will magically contaminated areas.
So this fever gets worse whenever I, drink potions?
Among other things, yes. Just as being magically gifted can make a person powerful, it can also make them sensitive and prone to certain conditions. Just don't overdo it sleeping in ruins or in the wilderness. Instead, set up a camp somewhere. Plus, as you've already said yourself, don't overdo it with potions.
Okay. And what happens if I do these things? How does the fever affect me exactly?
Well, that depends on how bad it gets. At first, you'll suffer these diffuse headaches from time to time. Then your sight will permanently blur. And then you'll suffer a case of acute death, so to speak.
The fever can kill me.
Yep. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say.
And how can I treat it with this grunt root extract?
What? No. That won't help you in the long run. What you need is ambrosia, a special mixture of herbs that can remedy the fever without any side effects. Every good alchemist has that in stock, but it'll cost you.
And what are these visions that I've been having?
Visions?
Well, That's what I call them. I have these kind of premonitions of things which are about to happen. Also, are they also a side effect to the fever?
No. Well, none that I know of. The only visions I ever had were those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? Someone has to take care of your fever. And as it happens, I know someone who could. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. How did you get here? And what did you do in that temple? And what exactly did you see in those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you. And that makes me curious. So, healing for information. What do you say?
Healing information, agreed.
Then shoot. I'm eager to listen.
Okay. And so, I guess we tell.
I understand. My condolences for your loss. So that means you somehow survived this execution. And before you got washed ashore, you had this dream? In which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light.
Burnt bodies and blinding light. Yes, but it wasn't just a dream, it was more like a memory. The temple I saw in it was exactly the same as the one in the valley. Do you know what I mean?
I hope so. So your magical outburst didn't happen slowly as it usually does, but all of a sudden after this near-death experience. And with it came these visions.
Correct.
Interesting. I guess you know how absurd all this must sound, but somehow I believe you. Heck knows why, but I do. So, that means I'll introduce you to my employer.
Employer?
If anyone can help you, it's him. There is, however, one thing with which I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can start our journey to Ark.
Oh. What exactly is Ark, anyway?
Ark? The capital of this country?
Oh.
Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone, rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by the Lord, and blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. If you plan on staying in this land, sooner or later you'll see it with your own eyes.
Okay. Alright. So, who is this employer of yours?
Well, aren't you curious?
Yep.
I like that. I work for the Holy Order.
Holy Order. You mean the military unit of the gods?
Yes, but as you might know, this is the realm of Malphus, the guardian of the Lightborn. And here, the Order basically reigns for him. It's both the spiritual and judicial center of this country, so believe me, you'll see for yourself soon enough.
Okay. I'll help you. The faster I get rid of this fear, the better.
Splendid. There are some things that need some explanation before we can get started, however. Where should I start? I take it you've noticed that in the past 2.5 years, this world has fallen into political chaos, right? Civil wars, usurpers everywhere, you name it. And even though Enderal isn't directly affected by these wars going on everywhere, there are strange things happening here too. Take the Woods-Ears, for example. There have been an unusual number of reports of wanderers being attacked by them in the open, which has never happened before. And the same goes for the Lost Ones, the living dead. Until 2 years ago, they were a rather rare magical phenomenon. But now every other corpse not properly cremated starts walking again as if it were the most natural thing to do.
Okay.
The strangest thing, however, is what they call the Red Madness.
Red Madness. Do you think the chaos could be in any way related to the rumors about the Lightborn's deaths? Everyone in Nehru talks about them.
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true.
I want to go back to
and that there's a connection, yes.
Then you actually believe that someone did kill the Lightborn?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than false gods anyway.
And here I thought the Enderalians were the most pious people of the civilized world.
Please, don't take me as an example. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve.
Yeah.
And this whole false deity theory isn't that new, after all. And seriously, let's say the Lightborn really are as mighty and omnipresent as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to magically smite me here and now for my insolence? The Lightborn were just powerful kings. No more, no less. But that's just how I see it.
Sure.
I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. Far from it. No sweat.
Splendid. You never know. But we're digressing.
True. You mentioned something about a red madness.
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their minds. Just a couple of weeks ago, for instance, there was a smith in Ark who slaughtered his entire family.
Ooh.
He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young noblewoman who killed herself by setting her family estate on fire for no apparent reason. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen of them. That and the fact that the possessed's eyes glow red shortly before and during their deed has made people call it the Red Madness.
Oh.
And just 3 days ago it happened again. Only this time it was a magister from within the Holy Order itself.
Wow. A magister.
Right, you're not from here. A magister's a kind of sage from the Holy Order, who teaches the young novices who are aspiring to become keepers or arcanists. Yarrow was his name. A man who had more than 60 winners on his back.
What does he do?
He killed 15 novices and himself.
Oh.
According to the only eyewitness to survive, he entered the teaching room as usual to give a lecture on alchemy. But instead, he gave a strange speech in which he explained that humanity is corrupt, void, as he put it. And his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and, well, he tore himself apart with a magical explosion.
Oh, shit.
You can imagine the kind of uproar that caused.
Blazes, that is horrible.
And unnecessary. Completely unnecessary.
So what's your role in all this? You said you work for the Order, but I take it you're no monk.
Well, I'm not exactly one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. I guess you could say my specialty is recovering things that have been lost. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do exactly that. They want to know how a highly intelligent man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And also if there's a discernible pattern to how this malady, or whatever it is, chooses its victims.
In other words, you're searching for his motives. How could I help you with that? I don't know anything about this Yarrow.
True, but that's irrelevant. Yarrow grew up in a small village named Riverville, which isn't far from here. And according to some of the other wardens, he visited this area quite often after his partner's death. So it's quite possible we could find some clues around here.
Yeah.
Shards of his past, if you like. I've already searched most of the area, but a second pair of eyes wouldn't hurt. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. Where should we start?
Well, for starters, I need you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred.
Alfred.
He was a childhood friend of Yarrow's, and he might be able to tell us something worthwhile.
Okay.
Secondly, a boy from the village told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the water near a cliff to the east. Go there and see if you can find whatever it was he wanted to get rid of.
Okay.
I myself will have a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Here, this is a map of the region. The blue dot over here is Yarrow's old house. And at the risk of sounding heartless, you should head back to the apothecary's camp. Maybe the bandits left behind some equipment.
Oh, yeah.
If there's nothing else, I'd say off we go. Let's shed some light on this Yarrow and his motivations. Meet me at his old house when you're ready. I'll be waiting there.
No problem. If a quest objective is marked by one or more stars, they are indicated the difficulty of said quest. At the same time, the level you should have for the quest. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Alright, so this should be easy. And we have a little bit of lag. Pumpkin plant! Alright, so where did you... I think it was this way. Ooh. Dragon fruit! Was it over here? Yeah, it was over here, okay. Well, I can't believe how much lag we're having. Probably because I'm uploading the video at the same time. So now this place now will be abandoned. So where are the... Oh, shit! Oh, God, I did not see him there. Oh yeah, kill Cam. Wow, I did not even see him there. Ooh, some coin. Alright, gauntlet, lockpick, longbow. Oh yeah, there we go. Clean him out. Alright, so take that off and put those on and put that in, put those on, put that on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, we can't take any of that. I already got that. Carbos! An iron sword. Well, I don't know what that really does, but why not take it? Alright, so now we have an iron sword. Before we were using that, damage 4. It does the same. Well, whatever. So now, I guess we could just search this area. Other straps, iron ore. It's good to search through things. Ooh, search barrel. Square parts. Sure, let's take them. Square parts. Don't know if that could be any useful. I don't know if we can really do anything yet. Ooh, chest. Money. Money's always good to have. Let's see what we can't find in here. Yeah, so we're gonna need to have that one. Use traps and oil puddles to damage enemies before they detect you. Okay. Apparently there's gonna be some enemies in here. Oh. How do I do that? Where? Where are there traps? More importantly... Well, too late for that. They can't even reach me from here. Oh, there they are. Okay. I'm gonna wear that for some reason. I should have some food. Some of this other stuff bad. Whatever. So much for that. I'll take it all. I don't want that. Oh! Oh! Okay. I didn't know that was, able to be interacted with. They used to not be able to be interacted with. Look at all this iron ore. This is great. Well, yeah, I know that. I really want it. Damage 5. Might as well... I didn't want to do that. Take that back, and... So, just, well, that can be done two-handed, eh? Okay, I don't know why I can't figure that out. Two-handed. I don't know. I don't normally like two-handed stuff, so that does more. I'm gonna take this off. No. And we're gonna add the... Okay, first off, we're gonna take that off, and then we're gonna add that in here. And we gotta number that. So, if we were to do this, should automatically, yeah, there we go. Alright, just making sure I'm doing everything here. Destroy spider webs blocking your way with weapons or magic. 8. Of course, I find more stuff. I have on those. And I don't know what happened there. And we're gonna put the iron boots on. And whoa. Okay. Oh boy. Sack. Salt. Okay. And what importance is there here? Spider prey. I can't see. Is there a point to that? Oh, great. See what happens? That's... ugh. Okay, we're gonna put that in there. There, now we can see what would have happened if I did that right. I thought it was pretty damn good at sneaking, but maybe not anymore. Of course, this is a new environment, so I'm not so used to it. So, I'm gonna go that way. Boy. Oh. Where do we necessarily have to start going from? I need to find a way around. Yeah, I know my mini-map. Nope. Remove it. Okay. I need to go over there. But how do I get over there? I guess I'm just gonna have to go this way. Well, you know what, actually. We're just gonna go ahead and stop it here. It was an unexpected recording anyway, but I'm gonna stop it here. I'm gonna do a little bit more off camera, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much. See ya. Well, I need to set this up right. Oh, you will see you later.